In this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite ad strategies from Growth Everywhere, which is a podcast where I nerd out on entrepreneurship and I interviewed world-class entrepreneurs. So enjoy the video.
So when you drive query-based traffic, you don't have to do a whole lot. You're like, yeah, here's my product, buy it. Here's a picture of it, here's a description of it. You were looking for it anyways. When you're driving contextual traffic, it requires more than that. You have to move someone from looking at a picture of their friend to making a buying decision. And the way that we do that is we send people to what's called a pre-sale engagement page, an article that engages them in a conversation about a topic or a problem that they're interested in that alludes to a solution that is our product. And so what happens is instead of us being like, hey, buy my stuff, we're like, hey, check out this article. And then in the article, there's a transition into the conversation about a product. So it's like, hey, I had this experience. I had diabetes and I started eating well and it was amazing and I feel so much better and I used this particular supplement. And then they click the link for that supplement and now they're chasing the offer and then they go to the sales page.
If you're just starting out and you have very little traffic going to your site, what we recommend is our quizzes really work well with Facebook ads. And you don't have to be a big spender on Facebook in order to see huge results from it. So we recommend driving Facebook traffic from Facebook ads to your quizzes and advertising it. What ends up happening, you get a ton of engagement on your ads where people are sharing the quiz ads itself, commenting and putting their results. And Facebook sees the quizzes as like a highly engaging ad content. So it drives down the cost of your ads. So for some of our customers and users, they're able to capture leads at 5 cents to up to 90 cents a lead, and depending on the type of quiz that they're running to their website.
I'm impressed. We've done some retargeting, and we found Facebook is where we're seeing a lot of response, where people are entering our funnel after we retarget them to that channel. I love LinkedIn. We certainly run stuff with targeted ads like Vizor. It is more expensive, certainly than Facebook or Twitter. But there's good targets on LinkedIn, and our sales team, of course, is very active social selling and using LinkedIn.
I'm most interested in setting a retargeting pixel so I can follow up with them through retargeting ads. So what we're doing now is we're buying advertising, and the list that I'm interested in building, initially at least, is not a list of demos, not a list of subscribers even, but I'm interested in building our pixeled audience list. So how many people can we pixel with Facebook retargeting and Google retargeting so that now we've given value in advance, right? They came to our site, they read it. I didn't make them jump through a hoop. It wasn't quid pro quo. It wasn't, hey, give me your email address and then I'll give you some content. It's, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Here's some great content. Maybe they click around, but now I know they came to my site and I can follow up. I get multiple bites at the apple through retargeting. And then it's in those retargeting ads where we ask people to, give us their name and email address or take a demo. But it's only after we delivered value in advance.
But now big brand advertisers are also getting into the game, and newer ways of correlating what happens when you invest allow these brands to really see the impact of their spending. So you can really see these days also with mobile location data, you can see if someone has seen your ad actually visits your store. And then you can correlate that with your point of sale data to see if you actually sold more things. So it's an exciting time for marketers. They can really see better how their money is working for them. But it's also a super confusing time for marketers because digital is so much more complex than just buying a newspaper ad or a television spot. And we at Pixability try to provide clarity to those brand advertisers.
You really need to push out great content, unique, but really adds value to your customer, no matter if they are a customer or they will never buy the product. And then when you have great content, Facebook advertising becomes a really huge weapon to maximize that content. So content, Facebook advertising to reach as many users as we can with the content. And then we have built a funnel. So once you visit our blog with website custom audiences from Facebook advertising, we retarget you and we tell you, hey, we also have this great ebook that you can download. We only want your email, for example, or your email and your name. We convert them into leads, and then we use HubSpot to do lead nurturing and with time convert them into paid customers.
So in any of these cases, they found that by putting the ability to engage with their call center right up front via a telephone number, increased their call-through rate, we call it a phone-through rate, and because they knew what AdWords and ads were driving those calls, they were able to optimize around those calls, and those calls are the best quality leads because there's immediate urgency. Nobody's picking up the call if they're not seriously thinking about going to your resort. Whereas somebody might click on an ad or fill in a contact form just to gather information for next year. So the interesting thing about our use of telephones, of mobile devices, of smartphones, is they communicate to the brand a certain level of urgency that you don't necessarily get from a click.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for leveling up. Keep grinding. Subscribe. See you tomorrow.